Does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe show the camera over there. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Oh, I've got a variety. Are these the right colours?
Yeah.
You look really good. You look so 80s.
Can you maybe show the camera over there what you look like, Emma?
Here we go. She calls that door to create a surround. Alright, so what are you going to do? We got to follow along.
Yeah, you're going to follow along. You need to make sure your paints are ready to go because we'll jump right into the episode.
Do we need all these colours or no?
Not right away, you won't. You'll probably put them on as you need them.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have time for that?
Yeah, because it's just squirting a paint on.
Alright.
Hang on. I'm undoing my thingies. I'm undoing the caps.
Okay.
Is this water or thinner?
Thinner. There's one there as well.
Wait, what? What's that?
Paint.
Do I need that?
Well, we both will have to share the paints.
We have to share the paints. Oh, she definitely squirted it on first then.
I'm not squirting on.
Okay, I'll risk it. Right, white paint. Right, I'll pass it to you then. Red. Is that brown? Alzerian crimson. Oh, have you got like phthalo blue and stuff?
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah, don't bother putting the lids on.
Well, I don't want to get paint everywhere.
Sorry, Mike's a bit out of frame at the moment. I can't get him into frame without moving a camera. That's important.
Yeah, I'm putting my paints on my palette, guys.
There you go.
Oh, I looked at my painting.
I'll show you in a sec. Bit of yellow. Oh, there it is, dudes. Phthalo blue, mate.
The real one.
Oh, the Van Gogh collection.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, why are you not painting?
Not started yet.
I've seen Bob Ross. He always has his paints done first. You're going to fall behind him due to rookie errors.
I've got nothing to paint yet. So is it only focusing on Mike's painting, yeah?
We're
No,
swapping
both.
the thing.
Oh.
So I'll just swap and we'll show you yours.
These palettes are too small.
That's why I didn't want to put all my paints on.
Shut up. Are we supposed to go at the same speed as Bob Ross?
Yes. Actually, in this episode, he's teaching one of his sons, I think, to
So
paint.
you can pause it.
No. I think that's part of the fun, Em.
Nah, it has to be in one go.
Yeah. If I was doing the rules for this challenge, that's what I would say. Oh, Prussian blue, mate.
Why are you wearing those disguises?
Right. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, let me show my palette off. Alright, dudes. Palette of justice.
James. They're enacting Bob
Because
Ross.
we have to pretend we're somebody we're not.
Yeah, mate. That's what I've got. Okay, so is it going to be on this laptop?
Yep, I'll start the show in a bit. We good?
So,
You still want to unpack something?
yeah. I want all my tools available. Because he's just going to go, isn't he?
He'll have a 1 minute intro or so, and then it's
Do the guys have a clip on screen of what we're doing so we know what it should look like?
Yeah, so the episode's in the top left corner. That will start playing.
Yeah.
And they'll hear the audio from this laptop, which will be a little bit iffy, but otherwise we have sync issues.
Okay. Alright. I'm ready.
Am I ready?
Yeah,
Are you sure you're ready? You've not done any of your paints.
I'm fine.
Right, starting now.
Here we go.
Son of a gun, can you believe it? Here we are on the last show of the series. You know, when we did the first series, at the end of it, we had my son Steve come in and read us some questions, and we devoted the whole show to a question and answer period. And in that show, we tried to show people the way to correct the most common problem areas. So I thought we'd do that again today. Only this time, I'm going to take life easy. I'm going to read the questions, and I'm going to make my son Steve paint.
Alright.
So, I'd like to introduce you today to my son Steve. Steve, glad to have you with us.
Yo, Steve's packing wood.
Okay, let's get
Is
right
he?
in here and maybe we can get started. First question. Dear Bob,
They can't see what
what
he's
is
painting.
meant by use crisscross strokes to make the sky? Do
You'll
you
see
use
them.
crisscross strokes to make the water also? Okay, well let's just go right up here to the canvas and I'll try to show you. Okay, Steve, float a little blue into your brush. What do you got there? A little phthalo blue?
Phthalo blue.
Phthalo blue.
Now, let's go right up to the canvas. There we go. And as you notice, he's using both sides of the
This
brush.
is the wrong blue.
He's just making
Shit.
little X's, just back and forth. By using both sides of the brush, we assure an even distribution of color. The canvas has already been covered with magic white, so it's picking that up, and automatically as it goes down toward the horizon, it gets lighter in value. Now,
This brush is
Steve,
bigger than
another
mine,
question
dude.
is, do you use crisscross
Oh my
strokes
god.
to make the water? No, we do not. There we use
You're never going to be able
strokes
to
that
do it
come
at the
from
same
outside
speed.
in. Steve, why don't we make a little bit of water there? Just come from the outside in, and
That's not right.
okay, he's going to add a little bit of phthalo green to his color, just a tiny bit. Now, pull from
This
the
really is a
outside
bit
in.
damp because you're never going to be able to
There we
make
go.
it the
And
same
we want
colour.
water
Maybe
to
you
be
complain
light,
all
but
day.
it's still water.
Maybe.
So by coming from the outside in, that happens
Oh,
automatically.
he's starting on the bottom already.
And
Oh,
you leave a
shit.
little area open in the center when he pulls from the other side. When the painting's finished, that'll look like a sheen of light going across the water. There we go. Now, Steve, why don't you take a clean brush and just blend all that together for us, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, he's just using a clean, dry brush, still using a little crisscross strokes, and blending the sky together. And you can blend it to any degree that you want. When you're doing this at home, you don't want to kill all the little actions that happen up here in the sky.
This is going quickly.
Yeah.
To about like he has it.
It's because his brush is so juicy,
Water.
man.
All we do is take and use very long strokes and go all the way across it. Just
I was
gently.
going for
We
it.
don't want to
Oh
lose
my
our light
God.
He's got the power strokes.
You can bring it
If you
together.
remember, this is why I mentioned the liquid white. This is what happens if you don't have it.
Okay.
You've not prepared the
Well, let's
canvases.
go right along here and
Oh
and
no.
go to
We
the
don't
next
have any of
question.
the liquid white.
Also, if there's any questions that we don't answer
You can
during
make
the
it
show,
wet.
Yeah,
Or
use-
you-
use some of the
we'll
phthalo.
try to
That-
answer
that
almost
will
any question that you can come up with,
I'll take in the bin.
as long as it's not too personal. Dear Bob, how do you
Oh,
make
yeah.
those
Oh, yeah.
funky little
Life hack.
clouds using the fan brush?
Daddy,
Those really are
do it.
nice clouds, and
I'm making
let's see
some
if we can
water.
get Steve to demonstrate once again how to make
I
some
like
clouds.
it. Water
So Steve, why
splash.
don't you load your fan brush, hold your palette over here so we can see it, and let's
It goes
just
to your
load
fan
it
brush.
full of, there you are.
What's a fan
See how
brush?
full he's getting this, a lot of titanium white. Okay, good. Now, use just the corner of the brush.
We haven't got a fan brush.
There, see how he's using just the corner?
Improvise.
And all you're worried about is a nice top. See, why don't you put one more little cloud over here on the right
Clouds
side?
coming in.
And clouds need friends too.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Steve, you jackass.
And all you're looking for is a basic shape at this period. Don't worry about it too much. Okay, now with a large brush, we can just blend the bottom of it out a little bit. There. Just the corner of the brush. Don't use too much of the brush.
Uh-huh.
And you make little tiny circles. Little tiny circles. And then fluff it up and hypnotize it. See how simple that is?
Yep. Super simple. Thanks, Bob.
Okay, let's do the other one.
So easy, Bob.
Using just the corner of the brush.
Have you started your
little tiny
clouds yet, Mike?
circles. Just blend the bottom of it out.
I'm blending right now.
Okay, now fluff it up and hypnotize it. There, super, Steve. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Oh, we're not going to read that one on TV. We'll set it aside and go on. Dear Bob, I'm having trouble putting the snow on the mountains. Can you help me? This is probably the most common problem we run into. Probably the biggest mistake made is applying too much pressure when you're putting the snow on the mountain. So maybe we can go back to the canvas and get Steve to drop us a little basic mountain shape on here.
My
We can
cloud's
actually
not
see the
very,
highlight happening close up.
White.
Steve, what color did you use there to make your basic mountain?
Blue, brown, and alizarin crimson.
Okay,
Or is your thing failing?
and you use very, very
Yeah.
firm pressure when you're putting this basic shape on. Really
Where's the
push
white?
it into the fabric.
Where's the white? This
And
one.
all you're worried about is just the nice top edge. You could care less what's happening underneath.
What's that, brown?
Now, let's take
that
the big
brown?
brush
Yeah.
and just blend that right out. Okay.
Have you ever thought about getting
good? All
good?
the excess paint out. The less paint you have, the better.
Yeah.
Now we're just pulling that mountain out. This does two things when you pull it out. It removes more of the excess paint, makes the next step easier,
Right,
and
mountain.
it allows the mountain to blend as it goes down. I'll mountains are always more distinct at the top than they are at the bottom, if you can see the entire mountain. Good. Okay. Let's use a little titanium white there, Steve. I think that'll show up contrast better. Okay. Turn your knife over and let us take a close look at it here. Let's see what you have in way of paint. Sort of rotate it a little bit so we can see it good. See, has just a little paint right on the edge there. Okay. Now, just barely touch. Now, here's where the problem happens. People use too much pressure. Use absolutely no pressure.
Yep.
All it is just the weight of the knife.
Why is this paint like dry instantly?
Looks like he's going to have a little paint back in the background. And this one's going to come all the way through. There, good. We'll have some character in this mountain. You know what Steve's doing that? I'll tell you a little bit about him because I don't think he'll tell you. Steve's 18 years old. He travels all around the country with me, teaching this fantastic method of painting. He's also a black belt in karate.
Whoa, he's gonna lever you.
No,
It's good to have some protection with you. Okay, now he's mixing up a shadow color. He's using a little bit of blue and white. Just Prussian blue and white. Now, one of the big things here, when you start doing your mountains, you have to make almighty decisions.
Have you ever thought about getting good?
Is it in the background, Steve?
Yes.
The little one? Okay. So we'll just push him right.
Why does his paint dry
Yeah,
instantaneously?
make them all in the background.
Probably because of the unprepared canvas.
It's fantastic.
Which makes it very difficult.
Right in midstream like this. Now notice the angles here.
Just the increased difficulty, Mike.
Very
Yeah. It's the affix.
Bob Ross heat mode.
There we go. Okay, good.
Remember, these are gonna be available for auction.
If you wanted to create a little mist there.
You know what? I'm quite happy with mine.
Yeah, you're
show you how to create a
awesome.
little bit of mist.
What? How?
I don't.
Now, I'm in a dangerous position here. He's going to get me.
Does anyone else?
Oh, beat the hell out of it. What?
Where?
I'm not sure we do that in this kitchen.
When
I
you
don't
create
think
this
it's a
mist,
good
all
idea.
you do is just barely tap.
Fucking hate Bob Ross now.
Gently tap. There. And always follow the angles in your mountain. Lift upward,
Fuck
just
you,
takes
Bob
out the
Ross.
tap marks and softens.
Mine
Creates
ain't
some
that
nice
bad.
misty areas.
Is it?
Beautiful, Steve.
Saved.
Mike just screwed up.
What did
Let's
you
go to
just
the next
do?
question
He's
here.
pretending it didn't happen.
You told me the secret
But
is really
appreciate
I
it if
can't
you
tell
stop
what
I'm
bringing
having
it up.
trouble
Casual.
making the little
Made me
foothills
sick.
that you have. This also is a pretty common problem, and we'll try to show you right here how to do it. The first thing
I need
you
a
do
different
is
palette.
mix up some color, and I think Steve's
Is there a
gonna
different
use a
palette?
1-inch brush today
No.
to demonstrate this.
No.
But you could do it with a fan brush, the 2.5-inch brush, or the 1-inch brush.
I'm
whichever
legitimately
brush
out of
you have.
space.
So let's watch Steve. Okay.
And you'll have to mix it
Mix
some
up
blue.
our-
Have you ever thought
What
about
do you
getting
do?
good?
Brown and white. Blue, brown, and white.
Making a water
On the
streak.
1-inch
Oh, you
brush.
have
And
another
notice he just
Wow,
mixed it on the brush.
A water
That way you
streak,
have a multitude of color
can't
happening
see.
on the brush.
Have you tried using Death Strike,
Water
mate?
Street.
That way we can get a close
Stop
up.
helping her.
He does. He's just barely tapping the canvas and making a basic shape. There. Now put some character in your foothills. Don't have them just come straight across. Notice all the little hills and bumps and valleys he's got in there. It makes your painting a lot more interesting.
Oh, he does it.
Super. Okay, here he's just laying in his basic color. And this
You
is just
are
tapping, all
fucking
he's doing is
shit.
tapping. There's several different ways to make it. You can use the brush vertically and pull downward, and it makes very nice foothills also. Okay, now he's going to lift gently up, make it look like little trees maybe that's way back in the distance somewhere. Very soft and quiet. When you do this, use very short little strokes and do it in layers. Notice how he's working downward.
This is ridiculous.
Very nice. Okay, Steve, while you have that going, you're not quite finished yet, I guess.
No, I think I'll drop one more row in.
Okay, good. That'll show us how to create depth in the foothills. Now, what he's doing is darkening the color a little bit.
I'm on it.
As these little
Are you
foothills
up
get
to
closer
speed?
to you,
Of course
allow
I
them
am.
to get darker, and that helps create the illusion of distance in your painting. Okay, once you add a little little bit more brown and blue in there?
Just a little bit more on both.
Okay, good.
Right, brown and blue, brown and blue.
All right. Now, while he's got color on the brush, he could add a little bit underneath, just a tiny bit, and that'll help create reflections. We might as well go ahead and put some beautiful reflections in there while we have it. Now, with a large brush, we're going to take and pull those reflections down, just there. Now, when you're pulling these reflections down, be sure you go straight down with them. It will disturb you terribly if you take them and put them at an angle.
It will disturb you.
Okay,
Oh,
straight
can you
down,
straighten my canvas, Mike?
and then very gently
Your camera's
pull
fine.
across.
Oh,
No, my canvas.
The
and
canvas, yeah.
create the illusion of water. Okay, super. Let's take a look at the next question we have here.
Yep. Go, go, go.
Dear Bob, I can't seem to make water lines with a palette knife. Now this seems to give a lot of people trouble.
Made it a bit more stable, Mike.
The first thing you should do is
I'm
put
being
the
a little
magic
aggressive
white
with it.
on the palette. Don't try to just dip your knife in the can. If you do that and touch your canvas, you're going to have a line that's a 1/4 of an inch thick, and it's probably going to be runny. So put a little bit of the magic white on your palette and pull it out as flat as you possibly can get it. Just really mash it hard so it's
What?
very
Is
thin
yours
on the
good?
palette. And then take the knife
Yeah.
and sort of just
Is
cut
it?
across.
Yep.
Maybe we can get Steve to demonstrate here.
Perfect.
Okay, Steve. Now Steve's mixed a little bit of brown with it. Now just pull the knife across. Very good. All right, now show us how to make a water line.
What's he doing? Mix what?
Are you using quite a bit of pressure here?
Yes,
Use a
just
knife
like you're trying to
make
cut
a
a hole
water
through
line?
the canvas.
Just really cut it in.
Yep.
Saw it in there.
And my water line's going to have to come
And
in
you can make this
further
water line go anywhere you want it. You can go up, down, sideways, crossways. The thing is, if it's still water, these lines need to be basically straight, or your water will run right out of your painting. And it will really bother you when you look at this painting later on.
It'll bother me.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
What's he doing?
I know
Water
all
lines?
art is subjective,
Yeah.
but what is that, Mike?
Just underneath the mountain,
This one you'll
basically
like, Steve.
creating a
This
water
is Dear
edge
Bob.
with a knife,
Can you show me how to
a
make
clean
an
knife.
evergreen tree using the fan brush? Now, evergreen trees can be made with a 2.5 inch brush, the 1 inch brush, or the fan brush. All three work equally well. So you try them all, and you find one that's very comfortable to you, and that's
Jesus
the one I
Christ,
recommend
Bob.
you use. The fan brush will give you a little bit more detail if you're looking for a lot of little limbs on your tree. So let's see if we can get Steve to make us one here. Steve, what color are you going to use to make your evergreen?
Using a little bit of sap green, Van Dyke brown, and a little bit of Prussian blue.
Okay, that would make us a nice dark tree.
Points of black.
Okay, let's go right up here. And notice it starts with just a center line. And just using the corner of the brush, just sort of work back and forth. There. And that's basically how we make a tree. And
You
add
are
a little more
fucking
food as you
shit,
go.
see?
This is your tree, so you have to make almighty decisions. And you know, Steve, why don't we put another one right beside him? Trees get lonely too. We gotta give him a little friend.
Trees
there.
get lower.
This one a little bit.
Maybe a leaning one.
All right. There. Maybe when that tree was just a little baby, somebody stepped on him while he was down there fishing for that big trout, and he's got a little crook in his back. Very nice, Steve. Okay. Let's go right on in here and see what the next question is. Dear Bob,
This is lots of
can you show me
bullshit.
how to highlight my trees and bushes? I can't make the paint stick to the canvas. Once again, a very common problem, and we've said it over and over in this series. You need to start with a paint that is firm as you can find. It should be very, very firm
I'm
and
just
dry.
bringing my
A
foothills
good way
down
to
a
test
little
your
bit.
paint is to take the cap off and squeeze the paint. It should stand about that high above the tube, roughly 3/4 of an inch. If it won't stand up by itself like that, chances are it's probably too thin for this technique. So test your paint. There should be no oil running out of it. It should be a very dry, firm paint. Now, if we start with a very firm paint, then it's much easier to put highlights on. Because a thin paint, we can stick to a thick paint. But you can't reverse that. You have to start with a very firm paint.
Where's the
Okay.
trees gone?
See if we can get Steve to make us some little bushes here. He's already got ahead of us.
On the
Take the liberty to go ahead and do it.
Trees on the
Alright.
left.
He's using the 2.5 inch brush. It would also work with the 1 inch brush. And we just drop in some basic shapes here. Steve, while you got all that in your brush, why don't you throw some color in the water and we'll show them how to make reflections too.
Daddy's winning.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
And all he does is just drop the same
What's your
basic
about that?
shape right into the water.
What's the red, Daddy?
Red. What color did you use on that?
A little bit of sap green and Prussian blue.
Sap green, Prussian.
He's got two
Very
trees.
Dark, very nice color. Okay, you're going to take your brush and pull those reflections down just a little bit.
Oh, I see
Now
that.
watch what
tree
happens when
coming.
he does this.
Yep, Daddy's doing that another tree.
Is Daddy doing a
Keep
tree?
I'm so focused, I can't even talk.
So they match what's above it. Okay.
It looks like a
Go
boat.
ahead and clean the brush up here and we'll get ready to
Hers
go
look-
right along.
hers looks like a boat, James.
Now,
Daddy.
What
Yeah,
does
it
mine
takes a
look
good
like,
splash.
James?
My scale's off.
Is it?
What?
so if you notice me having blue freckles from now
I'm
on,
doing the
you'll know
trees
why.
now, babe.
Now here he's just making a horizontal
I
stroke
think
across
Daddy's
to
winning
give it
now.
a watery
Oh, do
appearance.
ya?
Why don't you drop us a few
Okay.
little trunks in some of those trees there, Steve?
Why
Okay.
does Daddy
And for that, we'll use the palette knife,
mountain?
a little
What,
bit of
baby?
dark
Oh,
brown,
1%.
and watch how you just drop some in.
1%.
And you touch and just pull slightly to one side. There you go. Put some in the evergreens too, okay?
Daddy.
Alright, now, if you want to highlight these little tree trunks, we'll use a little brown and white. And
That's
just put a
all
little bit of
that's all
highlight.
Yeah, I know.
Now, our mountain tells us in this painting the light's coming from the right side. So we need to highlight the right side of the trunks also.
Frankly, that's a skill
Once
issue.
you put that first stroke in the mountain, you just determined where your light's coming from. Everything else in this painting.
Mine does not look like his.
Mine does.
Okay,
Does
now the
not.
other part of the question was is highlighting these.
Does mine look
So
like
use a
his,
one-inch
not?
brush,
No, it doesn't.
and let's show them real close here.
Does
how
it
to put
look
some
more like
highlights
his
on.
than Mike's?
Start with a little bit
It
of
does.
magic
Mine
white.
looks
That
better.
thins the paint
Oh,
down.
yeah. Well, you're not doing trees
What are you
now,
using
so
there,
mine's
Steve?
Pour into a little bit of
Daddy,
yellow
you're
ochre.
winning.
Have you ever thought about getting good?
And notice the amount of paint he's loading into the brush.
Chris?
A lot of paint in the
Whose
brush.
do you prefer?
Steve, why don't you hold the brush right up here against this dark area and let's show them real close what the brush looks like.
I like mine.
So what's Sam?
Whose do you
Look
prefer?
at the amount
I
of paint.
like mine.
No, well,
I'm just better on that one.
considering
put it
the
in.
canvas isn't
Start
bright,
at
you've
the
actually
very
come
top
out
because you want
pretty
that
good
to be
on
the
this.
brightest part of the
Me?
I'm ready
brush.
for
Yeah.
here.
Begin laying in
I
the
think
Don't
mine.
worry.
And you need little patterns in
I think
here.
mine.
Don't just
I mean,
throw them
trying to
in
do Bob Ross without the liquid white
Now,
is
with the color that you
basically
pick up on your brush, you can go back
fruitless
to
exercise.
the yellows that he's
I
using.
wouldn't. I
And sort of
disagree.
change
I
it a
think
little bit.
we're
Maybe-
managing quite well over here.
What else has he done?
Yeah, you just can't do the
And
bending.
maybe drop a bush over here.
So you just got to paint like
Where's he got yellow from?
Isn't that a beauty?
We have
Let's
yellow.
add a little
Yellow
sap green
ochre.
to that. And
Yeah.
let's see what we get. Okay, a little more of the magic white to
Whose is
bend the
that?
paint down.
Mine! Fucking hell!
You're right in front of it.
Oh my god! I didn't realise it looked that good on camera!
Shut up!
Once again, go slightly above the dark.
Wow.
With these shadows on top. of the
You
brush.
guys are trolling.
I swear to God, I'm fucking good, mate.
Okay, maybe try something different.
This is what you get when you shag Bob
Put us
Ross.
A couple more little bushes in there and let us see
You
close
get
up.
bedroom tips.
Go right along here.
Oh,
A
it's
little
up on the
bit of
outside.
orange in it. Okay.
I don't have any.
Now notice how he's layering these bushes. This is what
You know
creates
where
the
it is?
depth in a painting.
Probably in the living room.
It's most
What are you
important
looking for?
that you layer these
Try to show
bushes.
that one on the cameras.
Right. Who wants my fucking Bob Ross?
Now, why don't you take a little of that same color and reflect it right into the water, Steve?
Okay.
Come
Right,
on,
go with
man.
yellow.
You just
Come
reverse
on.
the brush and just put a basic bush
Where's yellow?
tree right down
This is
in the
actually
water.
quite abstract, Mike.
Very
Shut
gently.
up.
You don't have to
My
use
mountain
much
is
pressure
smaller than my tree. And it's really bugging me.
here.
Well, I mean, it would be because it's far away, but you would just use atmospheric perspective to kind of
The
like,
son of a gun's quite a painter.
you know, fade it out.
Better
I guess.
watch out or he'll be on TV and I'll be home by myself. All right.
A
Now,
little,
we can
a
take a
little
large
mist.
brush
That's all, yeah.
and pull down very gently. 3 hairs and some air.
It's not working. Need a different brush.
There we go. Now just go across in a gentle horizontal stroke. And it creates
Have you getting the yellow on yet, Mike?
reflections
Yeah.
that fast.
I'm on to my yellow.
Easy. Okay. Another problem that people run into quite frequently putting land in. So I'm going
We're
to
doing
take a
more.
little bit of Van Dyke brown on the palette knife and show you how to lay some land underneath this. Okay, there he goes. We've got a little bit of brown.
Chat.
He
What an
starts at the
experience
small
this is
end,
to watch.
just barely touching.
We can't fix the battery right now, unfortunately we don't have the charger.
And
We're
notice
not
how
sure
he
where it is.
follows the angles here, the lay of the land. That's very, very important. That you follow the lay of the land. And let it get larger as it goes back. And this will cause you to look into the painting. It leads the eye into the painting when you're looking at it. There. Alright, Steve, why don't you take a little brown and white and make us a little highlight there so this stands out a little better.
Plug here.
I think when Bex was putting this this particular one together, like she prepared the episode and
What color do you
everything,
use for your
I'm
highlight?
pretty sure like preparing the canvases
Just a
was
little
on
bit
the
of brown,
list
a little
of
bit of
things to do.
blue, and some white.
And I know about it. I've watched loads of
Van Dyke
them.
brown, I assume. Yep.
Somehow
Now,
that
to sort of
didn't
clean
happen.
this up a little bit and straighten the bottom
This
out,
is,
and to separate it,
interesting.
we'll use a little bit more of the magic white and make us a little water line underneath it. Okay, remember how we loaded? We just cut through it. And Steve's got a little magic white.
Tell you what.
There. So then the paint will flow off the knife. And as he said
Stressful,
earlier,
less.
Yes.
really, really.
None of my paint dries.
Trying to cut a hole right through the
Oil
canvas.
paint doesn't dry quickly.
But why is it? His is.
It's not really dry, it's just thin.
Good. Okay, Steve, why don't you run a few bushes down that bank? Okay.
Wow.
Just to clean up that nice straight edge.
What's he done? Put some.
And I think you've turned out a beautiful little painting here, just showing the answers to the questions. There we go. Beautiful. That breaks up that long straight edge, makes it a little more pleasing to the eye.
Yep.
Now, with the clean point of the knife, we can just cut in a few little sticks and bushes. So, Steve, just take the point of the knife and cut some little sticks in the bushes. Okay. And use a
Sticks
pretty
in the
firm pressure
bushes?
here, and just cut them right in.
I'm not having a good
In this
time.
scenario, I think Emma really actually had the right idea. Like, so ordinarily in Bob Ross's style, it's very much focused on blending
That's
because
very
of
good.
the white.
Now, you know what? Let's do. Let's
So,
take.
if
Let's
you
add a
can't
little
blend,
bush right here and show them
then
how
the only
far
real solution is
it'll
to kind
push
of
everything
quickly
back.
that
Just take one of your
so
2.5-inch brushes and
just
drop
kind
us
of
in some dark color right there.
fairly large
Just a small little
gradient.
bush right here in the corner.
And you would just focus
It's
on
always
kind
interesting to see
small
how you
patches
can
of
add
colour,
one
I
more
guess.
plane.
Is yours really good?
That's
Yeah.
really the only
Just a
solution.
little.
Like, no
in
joke.
this scenario.
I'm not joking.
So she has, I think, taken the right approach.
No, I'm a lion.
He's going in with the fingers.
I don't talk very loudly, I
Just let
apologise.
it go down at an angle a little bit.
I think she has taken the right approach in this
Beautiful.
scenario.
Okay. Now,
Low
let's show 'em real quick how to
PGE
highlight
pod.
those, and that'll give you one more chance to see how these things are highlighted. Little trunk in there with some Van Dyke brown. And we can put some highlights on here. Now, when you're at home, you can use any color that you want to.
I mean,
create all
it's
these
not that
beautiful
good,
little
Mike. It's
highlights.
probably not as good as yours, to be
We're
honest.
trying to use very bright colors here so they show up well on the screen.
I don't need you to be pedantic to.
It's got a beautiful orange here.
I don't need that in my life.
Add yellow.
I don't need your
Get a
trolling.
permanent red together. Good.
Where's he putting them trees?
Once again, layer these so
bottom
you
right.
have depth in them. And look how much distance already this is creating in the painting. It really pushes everything
I think
back.
looking at it,
It adds another
Mike's
plane to the
primary
painting.
issue here
Is there
is
another
that he has
palette?
not used any sort of perspective in terms of how he's applied colour. So everything looks like it's on one plane.
Okay.
So that's why it looks very
Okay, a
strange
few
in
little sticks in
particular,
there with the point of the knife.
is my takeaway.
And it's just a super way to show you how to add another plane into a painting. Mhm. Good. Well, Steve, what do you think of this painting?
Well, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, do you, Steve?
That's
Thanks,
very
mate.
nice.
I mean, yes,
job,
perhaps that
Steve.
is not the
Everyone
biggest
has
problem,
enjoyed
but
watching you answer the questions and do a
Is this the
beautiful
end?
painting here.
We're close to it, I think.
I'd like to close the show and take just a few minutes of your time, and I'd like to tell each and every one of
We've
you
got until the episode ends then.
appreciate you allowing us into your home, how much much we appreciate you being with us each week.
Last seconds.
It's really a pleasure to be here to try to teach you this fantastic method. I'd like to also take a few moments and thank all of the fantastic people here at the station that have worked so hard to make this show possible. They put in a great deal of time, they work very hard, and I think they produce you a quality product. So on behalf of all of us here
I
at the
think
station,
the forms
we'd
on
like
them
to wish
is
each and every
needs
one
some
of you
work.
happy
But
painting.
He has got the
bless.
gist of
On
the,
behalf of my son Steve,
I guess,
thanks for
the
watching.
shapes are all there.
And
Yeah.
we'll give you the outro. We'll give you the
No,
outro.
no,
We'll give you the outro and the
The
credits.
finished version, that's good. And that's true. There are only happy
Who's his
accidents.
better,
It's very
James?
true. No, Mike, no! Okay, he's just tidying it up.
And stop.
Okay.
Hands up.
Okay.
This is
Well, that
Mike's
was
result.
an interesting
think?
experience.
Are we not just putting them side by side?
Yeah, we're just previewing before you get to see the other one.
Okay.
This is Mike or Emma's result, and I will turn it around, I guess.
Put them that way.
We'll use that camera.
Yeah, so face them this towards me.
It looks good, James. You're rocking that work speed.
No, it's on the
I'm
track.
doing my painting now. My painting.
Yeah, I think we
Okay,
just
James,
dropped
here.
some frames. I
Can
think
you
we
go out the room,
just
mate?
tweaked a little bit.
Can you go in there, buddy? It's not finished yet.
Yes,
Go on.
I would say you win.
I just paused
Turn it
it.
around.
It's just a shame we didn't prep the canvases. I think you would have probably gotten a bit closer if we had.
Oh, I'm well happy with that. I'm not gonna lie.
But I think Mike's is quite abstract, actually. I mean, I've definitely seen stuff like that in the Tate Modern before.
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
Are you joking?
mine's not
But
that
that's not even
bad.
that different to stuff I've actually seen there before.
I don't think it's that, but the mountain's terrible.
You're not on camera there, you know. You turned them. Oh, you need to switch cameras.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, shall I wear the Bob Ross wig?
My
So
mountain
it's just to fit
sucks,
on my big
agreed.
head.
But I don't think it was that bad.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I don't think it was a steal. Am I blind?
It's very warm and
You
it's
don't
already
think
way
it's a
too warm.
steal?
I don't think it's a steal, no.
Are you joking?
You know what? You know what? They
Your
actually-
land doesn't touch your mountain range, right?
You've got to be joking me.
Don't you think they actually kind of fit together as one painting? If I put them like
I
that.
actually do kind of.
Don't you
like
think
the
it's
thing.
one painting that you two have created?
I don't think it's a steal.
Mine's way better.
No way.
Get Max. He's not seen any of it. Go and get Max, James.
Maxie!
Emma is graceful in victory. Clearly.
Emma is grateful in victory.
Is victory claimed? Is that it?
Yeah,
I think
obviously.
yours is better, but I don't think it's a runaway success.
But let's tweet Bob Ross. Is he alive?
No, he's dead. He's been dead for ages.
Oh, we can't tweet him.
I don't think
Jesus
it's like
Christ,
a
guys.
mile.
Are
Like
you,
my
man,
mountain's
yours
garbage.
looks like a pirate
Your
ship.
mountain is a problem, Mike.
My
That
mountain's
isn't even a
garbage.
mountain.
Your skies and especially the trees on the right or on the left, they're pretty decent.
Thank you.
Right, let's listen now.
These are too big. You didn't take care.
Where should we get
Maxie, son,
Yeah.
which one of these paintings do you think is better?
Which one?
That's it.
Alright, okay.
Okay.
Watch the microphone.
Which one of these paintings do you think is the best?
Should we tell him what it's... We're not telling him, but should we tell him what it's supposed to be? It's supposed to
No, just which one do you like better?
I really want to know who's the same.
Yeah, no, but that's cheating. Which one do you like
How?
better?
I
Because
know.
you'll be biased by
Well, we
knowing
need to
whose it
tell
is.
him what it's supposed to be.
No, he's fine. Which one do you like better?
Daddy. Okay, what town?
Come on.
I think that one looks
It
better.
doesn't matter. Just pick which one you like
I
better.
thought that one's better because it has like the side.
Maxie, let's go.
And I don't
James,
like the
one
yellow
second.
the
I'm asking
trees.
Maxie, buddy.
Oh man.
He's the winner!
Oh!
Oh my god. dude.
Oh!
What do you think that is?
A volcano.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for the volcano that I intentionally put in there. Top
There is
sponsor.
something to be said, guys, for the innocence of a child.
It is a volcano.
Look at the lava
Cannot
flowing
deny.
down
There's
it.
no way. It was supposed to
They
be
don't
an
know
ice
about
mountain.
atmospheric
Victory claimed.
perspective,
True, but
or
But
about
it's
balancing colour,
art is in the
or
eye
any
of
of
the
that
beholder.
stuff. They just pick what they like best. So.
Okay.
What
Don't
is
touch it
with
because it's
Who,
on
Don't
who
your.
are
touch
we
it.
to
What
say
is
otherwise?
Open
with
to
that yellow?
interpretation.
He's got
What is
paint
with that
all
yellow?
over him.
That's a good question. What is with that yellow?
I know.
Mike, there's no way you win that.
You
I
do.
mean,
That's just a joke.
It is. Because what is that
actually
yellow?
mad, by the way.
What's that yellow there? That looks
Actually mad.
I like the trees and like all the leaves.
Thanks.
And that, when it slides down, it looks good. You won that.
Come on.
You won that, Daddy.
Thanks, son.
There is a way
Thanks,
to
son.
do liquid or
Just another victory to be claimed.
yeah.
something.
I mean, you started off rough, Mike, but
I clawed it back.
You clawed it back.
I clawed it back
You
from the
really
jaws
did.
of defeat.
You really did.
Oh, well, that's good.
About,
Thank you.
there's about 90 something.
Yeah, I won the audience poll by 90%.
The audience is full of it. The audience can't see art.
Yeah,
Mine is like a gloomy volcano, like Mordor.
yeah, Daddy.
Right?
Yours
Don't do that.
look good.
I need to wash my hands.
I made
So we'll auction these off. So you can buy mine or you can buy Mike's.
Well, we think we're going to auction them off. We can't say that yet because we don't know if we can do it. Nupps is investigating whether we can actually auction these off
I mean,
for
if
the
not, we
charity.
just eBay, right?
So we'll see if we can. And obviously, if you want a Micro Emma original, you can have it, I guess. If that floats your boat.
Well, you're doing some painting.
No, but I touched the painting. And,
It is actually. I mean,
Little bit.
interestingly, so Emma might not like to hear this potentially. So obviously,
they've actually-
it's not
they're
very
actually quite aggressive with their
clean,
brushes, so it's
but I would
kind of
say
done a
like the
bit of a
form
force, but I have to
on
clean it up.
Mike's Mountain actually is a little clearer because it's very clearly three-dimensional.
That is cool.
So because you've
okay,
applied
yeah.
the snow over the
is,
entire
yeah.
thing, there are no shadowed areas.
I wanted to.
Well, if you look at the way Bob Ross does it, he kind of scrapes it across to create these
Yeah,
like
but he
natural
ran out of time. I
fissures
think he was
and
just
areas
starting
in it,
there.
and that's how he defines
So we had
form.
to, we had to
yeah,
stop it
I
as the episode was done.
I didn't
Be
really
careful with
notice
the
that.
dirty
Right,
code,
so
it's still wet.
Ah.
Just
you
so
know,
Mummy doesn't get mad at you.
it's you've got to look at these things as they are, right?
Backseat painting, exactly.
Maybe yes, but
Bob
you know,
Ross
I'm not
painting,
good at many
actually.
things, but art is one of the things I try and do, right?
Well, why didn't you do it then, Chris? Considering you're an artist now, why didn't you do it, Chris?
I could have done.
Oh,
Okay.
He could have done it.
I'll throw down the gauntlet, right? I'll throw down the gauntlet, right? Next time we do something like this,
Mount Bacon.
how about me versus you, Emma?
Yeah.
With prepared canvases, right? So we'll do it properly, and then we'll see what happens.
Chris v. Nupps next. That'd be cool.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she's backing off, guys. I don't know if she's willing to accept the challenge.
Yeah.
I'd be up for it. I actually don't do any traditional media really these days.
Oh, did you hear that?
What?
Max said if he knew what it was supposed to be, he would have picked mine because mine looked more like it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not disputing that.
Yes. Yeah. Mount Bacon.
This is what I said beforehand.
I
that
do like Mike's trees though.
It's true. So I would say the main problem with your painting, Emma, like if I was to be a bit of a critic,
Yeah,
right,
like a yellow.
is just that some of your elements lack defined form. That's it.
Yeah.
So you've got the colours right, and actually looking from a distance, it works in a, you know, in terms of the overall aesthetic, I guess. It's just if you look close, there's no actual defined trees and stuff. That's it.
Another victory in the books.
Are you ready?
Is stream breaking?
That was a hectic
Yeah.
setup.
Are we good?
We'll have to try and clean the floor up. But
Yeah, what's on?
What's going on with stream?
Oh, just.
We're having some Fs. I don't know what's causing it, but
Probably my artistry. Right?
I was just saying actually. I like obviously it's a bit slapdash, but your mountain actually has three-dimensional form.
Yeah. I've put the glue. It's more like Mordor, which is what I was going for from the start.
What are you doing?
Like, I didn't like the way Bob Ross was interpreting my vision.
Hey, I have no fear, guys. Right? You know, I call it how I see it. That's
Just be
it.
careful that you don't touch
Right.
anything, right?
That's it.
No, it's fine. Like, you know, we have this like happy smiling, but that's not me internally, you know.
Yeah.
So artistic expression came in.
You've got to use the pain, right? Use it as fuel.
I just felt like it was too happy, so I had to twist it. You know what I mean? And that's how I managed to manipulate it into my vision.
And you know what? That's fine. You know, you don't have to follow what Bob Ross does. It can be whatever you want it to be, dude.
Art is inside.
It is, yeah.
It's not about copying.
It's not about copying.
If it was about copying, Emma wins. Right? If it's about whether or not you can trace.
I'm so scared.
If you could trace, then Emma wins for sure. But put your soul into something. I think that's where I took it home.
So I'm talking about 3D form, right? I'm talking about like balancing the light and the dark to create a shape. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's like a tiered mountain, right? It comes towards the camera. That's what I
think
mean.
if I put that on my wall, Emma will shoot me. Mummy's not very nice to me. She's feeling victory. She's actually missed.
I can tell a little bit, yeah. I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm being like honest.
Max is a mess and we all know it.
Whoa!
She's
Also, ignore this
you're pretty
Subathon
vicious, Emma, I've
hashtag
got
for
to
the
say. You're
kids.
not very gracious in victory or defeat, for that matter. However you define it.
The sad thing is,
Oh, you say.
as a constant winner, I
Oh,
have to deal with this a lot.
Yeah.
I don't throw it in the office. Okay?
Oh my god.
As an everlasting victor.
So, Mike, I was saying, like, next time it should be. I'd be willing to go up against Emma with prepared canvases. I'd do it.
What, like a best losers round?
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd do it.
Yeah, like a losers
I'll throw
round.
down the gauntlet.
I knew you don't.
We'll see. $10k bits is $100. So thank you. That's really generous. Yeah, you're. Okay. Oh right, yeah. There's the scene frozen. Hang on. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, I've got another now. Yeah. Here we go. God, it's roasting here, so I might be a bit shiny to be honest, because it's very warm. There you go. We good? F.